Did you know that colon cancer is one of the most common cancers in people over 60? The American Cancer Society reports that early detection can dramatically improve survival rates, yet many seniors miss the warning signs. Today, we'll discuss 5 crucial symptoms that could help you spot colon cancer early. If you're over 60, this information could save your life, or the life of someone you love. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what warning signs to watch for, how to tell them apart from common aging issues, and what steps to take next. So stay with me, your health could depend on it. Before we dive into these important signs, I'd love to hear from you. Have you or someone you know ever experienced any unusual symptoms that you weren't sure about? Please drop a comment below and share your experience. Your story could help someone else recognize these signs early. Now, let's take a closer look at the first warning sign. It's something that many people often mistake for something less serious, but it could actually be an early indicator of colon cancer. Stay tuned to find out what it is. Sign number 1. Blood in stool or rectal bleeding. Have you ever noticed blood in your stool or on your toilet paper? It's easy to ignore, thinking it's just a minor problem like hemorrhoids, but it could be something more serious, like colon cancer. If you see blood, even a little bit, it's important not to ignore it. As colon cancer grows, it can affect the blood vessels in your colon or rectum, causing bleeding. You may see bright red streaks on your stool or toilet paper, or even black, tarry stools if the bleeding is higher up in your colon. Research from the Journal of Clinical Oncology shows that 60 to 70% of people with colon cancer report rectal bleeding as one of the first signs. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old man who noticed blood in his stool for a few weeks. He thought it was just hemorrhoids, but when the bleeding didn't stop and he started feeling unusually tired, he decided to see a doctor. After a colonoscopy, Robert was diagnosed with early-stage colon cancer, giving him the best chance of treatment and recovery. If you notice blood in your stool, don't wait for it to go away on its own. It's important to see a doctor as soon as possible. A colonoscopy can help confirm the cause. Early detection is the key to successful treatment. Have you noticed blood in your stool or any other unusual changes in your body? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Talking about it may help others recognize the signs earlier. Now let's move on to another often overlooked sign: persistent changes in bowel habits. This can also be an early warning sign of colon cancer, so stay tuned. Sign number 2. Persistent changes in bowel habits. Do you often find yourself struggling with changes in your bowel habits? Perhaps you have more diarrhea than usual, or feel constipated for days at a time. These changes may seem minor at first, but when they persist, they can be a major sign of colon cancer. In fact, according to research from the National Institute on Aging, changes in bowel habits such as frequent diarrhea, constipation, or a feeling of incomplete emptying of the bowels are often one of the first signs of colon cancer in older adults. These changes occur because cancer affects the normal movement of the colon and the digestive process. Let's talk about Peter, a 68-year-old man who noticed that his bowel movements were not as regular as they used to be. He had episodes of constipation, followed by diarrhea that lasted for days. At first, Peter attributed the problem to stress and tried to manage it with over-the-counter remedies. But after weeks of struggling with these symptoms, he decided to see a doctor. After a thorough exam and colonoscopy, Peter was diagnosed with early-stage colon cancer, which was successfully treated because it was caught early. If you notice persistent changes in your bowel movements, it is important to see your healthcare provider. While these changes may be caused by something less serious, it is best to be cautious. Your doctor may recommend a colonoscopy or other tests to help determine the cause of your symptoms. Now that we've talked about changes in bowel habits, let's look at another subtle symptom of colon cancer: unexplained weight loss. Stay tuned for more. Sign number 3. Unexplained weight loss. Is the number on the scale going down even though you haven't changed a thing? This could be more than just a sign of aging or a simple lifestyle change. Unexplained weight loss is a red flag, and it can be one of the earliest signs of colon cancer. According to a study published in the Lancet Oncology, about 25 to 30% of colon cancer patients report unexplained weight loss as one of their first symptoms. This can be a gradual change, making it easy to ignore, especially for people who are busy or simply don't think much about small weight loss. But if the weight loss persists, you should investigate further. Take Sarah, a 69-year-old woman who thought her clothes were looser because she was getting older. But over 2 months, she lost 15 pounds without even trying. Sarah didn't feel any different: no pain, no change in appetite. But as the weight continued to drop, she finally told her doctor. After a few tests, Sarah was diagnosed with late-stage colon cancer that had spread, and it was too late. If you found this information helpful, be sure to like and share this video with a friend or loved one, especially someone who is experiencing a similar situation. This video could save their life in the future. Are you feeling exhausted and tired, even after a full night's sleep? That's another warning sign that we often ignore. Follow along to find out why persistent fatigue can indicate something serious, like colon cancer. Sign number 4. Persistent fatigue. Do you often feel exhausted even after a full night's sleep? It's easy to blame it on age, stress, or just a busy schedule. But if you find yourself constantly exhausted, no matter how much rest you get, it could be your body's way of signaling something more serious, like colon cancer. A study published in the Lancet Oncology found that fatigue is a common symptom in patients diagnosed with colon cancer, with nearly 60% of patients experiencing extreme fatigue as one of the first signs of the disease. A famous example of this is the story of actor and comedian Trevino C. Smith, who has publicly shared his battle with colon cancer. Trevino, known for his roles in numerous television series, began feeling unusually tired for a few months. He attributed it to his long work hours and hectic schedule, but the fatigue got worse. After seeking medical advice, he was diagnosed with colon cancer, which had been silently draining his energy. Fortunately, thanks to his early diagnosis, Trevino was able to get treatment and is now an advocate for early cancer detection. If you're experiencing persistent fatigue, don't ignore it. While fatigue can certainly be caused by stress or poor sleep, it's worth visiting your doctor to rule out a more serious condition like colon cancer. Early detection can significantly improve treatment outcomes. Last but not least, we'll talk about an often overlooked symptom: bloating and abdominal discomfort. If you're experiencing this, don't skip the next section. It could be an important sign to watch out for. Sign number 5. Abdominal bloating and discomfort. Does your stomach often feel bloated or uncomfortable after meal 7 when you haven't overeaten? It's easy to dismiss this as simple indigestion or stress. But when that discomfort becomes a pattern, it could be your body's way of warning you about something more serious like colon cancer. Maria, a 68-year-old woman, noticed persistent bloating and discomfort after meals for several weeks. At first, she thought it was just overeating, or maybe stress. But when the bloating became more frequent and severe, Maria decided to see a doctor. After a thorough examination, including a colonoscopy, Maria was diagnosed with early-stage colon cancer. Thanks to early detection, she was able to start treatment promptly, which greatly improved her chances of recovery. If you are experiencing bloating or abdominal discomfort, you may want to take a closer look at your diet. Simple dietary changes such as cutting back on processed foods, eating smaller meals, and avoiding foods that cause bloating can often help reduce bloating. However, if these changes do not help relieve your pain, it is time to talk to your doctor. They may recommend imaging tests, such as an ultrasound or CT scan, to rule out more serious conditions, including colon cancer. Remember, catching these symptoms early can make a difference. Colon cancer is highly treatable when caught early, so don't ignore these warning signs. Have you ever had minor abdominal discomfort or pain? Type flat below to share your story. It may help someone else. Now you know about the 5 key signs that could indicate colon cancer and the importance of not ignoring them. These include persistent fatigue, changes in bowel habits, unexplained weight loss, and bloating. These are all warning signs that your body can give you. The sooner you spot these symptoms and act, the better your chances of successful treatment. Remember, colon cancer doesn't always present obvious signs in its early stages, and many of these symptoms can be easily overlooked or ignored. But by staying aware of your body's signals and seeking medical advice when necessary, you can be proactive in protecting your health. As we've seen from the examples of individuals like Maria, early detection has made a significant difference in their outcomes. Colon cancer is one of the most preventable and treatable cancers, but it requires vigilance and prompt action. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen. Talk to your doctor about regular screenings and share any concerning signs you notice. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more health tips and advice specifically for seniors. If you or a loved one has experienced any of these symptoms, feel free to leave a comment or ask any questions below. You could help someone recognize an early warning sign. Check out our other videos on senior health and cancer prevention. Remember, taking care of your health is the first step toward a longer, healthier life.